Hello friends, welcome to Audiobook Lab. Today we will be talking about the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, written by Dale Carnegie. This book was one of the first best-selling self-help books ever published. This book was first published in 1936. It has sold 15 million copies worldwide. Everyone, and I mean everyone, can learn something from how to win friends and influence people. The principles in the book are simple, but something a lot of us fail to use or remember. This summary will discuss Carnegie's four key concepts. Each of these has a number of key principles we will summarize. Fundamental techniques in handling people. Ways to make people like you. How to win people to your way of thinking. How to change people without giving or arousing resentment. If you are new to our channel, subscribe the Audiobook Lab now and press the bell icon. Because this is the destination to learning, growth, and success. And if you like the video, please share it with everyone. This video can help a lot of people changing their lives. Let's begin with summary. Part 1: Fundamental techniques in handling people. First concept is about handling people and what techniques to use. There are three key principles that you need to follow when handling people, whether they are acquaintances, colleagues, employees, or employers. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Aroused in the other person in eager want. Try to be understanding. First principle encourages you to get to know people, understand what makes them tick. The key is to find out what motivates their behavior, personality, and their actions. Instead of instantly criticizing, condemning, or complaining about someone, gain empathy and understanding. To show some kindness is always beneficial for both parties. Be tolerant and sympathetic when required. Honesty as everything. The second principle, give honest and sincere appreciation, as really important. We are all human and we all enjoy feeling appreciated. When you show someone appreciation and are honest, people will recognize your sincerity. They'll be able to tell if you are just saying what you think they want to hear. True appreciation expressed through kind words is something people will never forget. It lifts them up and makes them feel good about themselves. Make them want it too. Carnegie explains that the only way you are ever going to convince anyone to do something you want them to do is to make them want to do it. Do. We are stubborn. We have to feel motivated to do things. Instead of boasting about ideas you have had and things you need to be done, sit back and let others think they came up with the idea themselves. Let them feel a responsibility towards it and own it. This will create a drive within them, a want to succeed. And you will reap the benefits. Part 2: Ways to make people like you. Something we all crave as acceptance from other people. Carnegie's second concept outlines 6 principles to help you get other people to like you. Be genuinely interested in other people. Smile. Remember that a person's name is important. Be a good listener and encourage others to talk about themselves. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. It's not all about you. Carnegie reminds us that in order to make true friendships, you have to be there to help others, not just there to get the help you need. If you can show a genuine interest in other people, then you'll be well on your way to getting people to like you. In order to future relationship, you have to go above and beyond for other people. You need to show them that they are worth your time and energy and that you can be thoughtful, sympathetic, and selfless. Practice your smile. Your smile as a messenger of your goodwill. Your smile brightens the lives of all who see it. It's hard to explain just how impactful a smile can be. Carnegie explains that you have no idea how someone's day might be going, the personal pressure they are under, but a simple smile from someone they know or a stranger can help lift their mood and motivate them to smile too. Smiling makes you seem relatable and approachable. It's all in the name. Remember that a person's name is to that person the most important sound in any language. Your name is rightfully yours. It's part of your identity and sets you apart from other people. Take note when people tell you their names and repeat it back to them. We love to hear our own names. It makes us feel special and important. Carnegie encourages you to use this tactic with everyone, whether it be the coffee barista at your local cafe or the senior executive at your firm. Listen, listen, listen. It's not enough to simply sit in silence while someone talks. You have to actively listen and be genuinely interested. A good way to express your attentiveness is to ask questions about the topic the other person is discussing. Encourage them to delve deeper into the conversation. We love to talk about ourselves, so people often don't even need a lot of prompting. Just give them the opportunity and listen. What are their interests? Carnegie explains that when you talk in terms of someone else's interests, you both reap the benefits. You receive a new reward from each person. When you speak to someone, Part 3, How to Wind People into Your Way of Thinking. This section of Carnegie's book has 12 principles, all focused on encouraging others into your way of thinking. Here is how Carnegie recommends you do that. 1. The only way to get the best out of an argument is to avoid it. To show respect for the other person's opinions. 3. If you were wrong, admit it. 4. Begin in a friendly way. 5. Get the other person saying yes. Yes. 6. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. 7. Let the other person feel that an idea is there is. 8. Try to see things from their point of view. 9. Be sympathetic to their opinions and desires. 10. Appealed to the noble or motives. 11. Dramatized your ideas. 12. Throw down a challenge. Avoid arguments. Carnegie explains that 90% of the time arguments don't end well for either party. Both walk away firmly backing themselves. The result is that everyone ends up more convinced that they are, in fact, right. It's very rare that an argument actually comes to a resolution. Rather, people get fed up arguing and nothing has changed. Be respectful of people's opinions. It's important to remember that everyone is entitled to their own opinions. And Carnegie emphasized the importance of never telling someone they are wrong. Whether it's your spouse, a colleague, or a customer. Even if you disagree, don't tell them they are wrong, as you are only going to rile them up. Remain diplomatic, and you will find it easier to get your own point across. Admit it when you are wrong. It happens to the best of us. We are all wrong sometimes, and Carnegie recommends that if you were wrong, admit it as quickly and emphatically as possible. Being honest as a trait that everyone admires, and by admitting that you are wrong, people will respect you. If you instantly put up a defense, then you are only going to look bad. Be friendly. There are two ways you can approach any new situation or any new person. You can be friendly, warm and welcoming, or cold, unfriendly and unapproachable. People are more likely to respond how you want them to. If you are friendly and kind, It's a no-brainer. Yes, yes. The aim of the game is to get the other person saying, yes, yes. Immediately, Carnegie refers back to the Socratic method. Socrates prompted his rival with a question that he knew they would have to agree. He would continue in this way, one question after another, before his rival would find themselves agreeing to something they might never have before. Let them talk. As humans, we love the sound of our own voices. So Carnegie recommends you let the other person talk about themselves as much as possible. You'll find them telling you all about their business and any problems they have. Prompt the conversation by asking questions. The key is to not interrupt. Carnegie stresses the importance of patient listening and be sincere. Be genuinely interested so that they can feel comfortable to truly express themselves. It's their idea. The seventh principle from Carnegie is to let the other person feel that the idea is theirs. Don't be the person who constantly has all of the ideas and opinions and who tries to force them on other people. It is wiser to make suggestions and let the other person think out the conclusion. See things from their point of view. In their own minds, everyone is right. Try to understand them, see what makes them tick, and what has led them to believe that their point of view is the correct one. Don't condemn them. Any fool can do that. Try to understand them. Only wise, tolerant, exceptional people even try to do that. Put yourself in their shoes. Take on their experiences, and you might be led to see why they are the way they are and why they do the things they do. Be sympathetic. Carnegie encourages us to always be sympathetic to other people's ideas, feelings, and desires. To them, these are precious. If someone explains a tricky situation that they are in, that has them feeling down, the best way to respond as to tell them that you are not at all surprised. They feel the way they do, and that if you were in their position, you expect you'd feel the same. Make them feel not alone and be sincere. Appeal to noble or motives when considering new people. It's best to assume that they are honest, upfront, and will be truthful. It's more likely that proceeding with this attitude that you will be pleasantly rewarded. Carnegie explains that there are only a few exceptions to the rule, and those who aren't necessarily honest, upfront, and truthful will likely be shocked and possibly react in a way that might surprise you and not treated like a criminal innocent until proven guilty, as they say. Dramatize your ideas. With the media saturation we are now used to, with TV, movies, etc., we have become accustomed to expect drama. Simply telling the truth isn't going to impress us. Carnegie encourages us to expand upon the truth, make it dramatic, vivid, and interesting, and act as if you are telling a wonderful story. And this is how you'll sell your ideas. Make everyone visualize what you are trying to sell. They'll be a lot more likely to buy into the idea than if you simply told them the basic facts. Throw down a challenge. The 12th principle of Carnegie's tips to get people to win people into your way of thinking is to throw down a challenge. As humans, we have a love for the game, for competition, for a challenge, a chance to prove ourselves, the chance for self-expression, the chance to prove his or her worth, to excel, to win. The desire to excel, the desire for a feeling of importance. Part 4. Be a leader. How to change people without giving or arousing resentment. The last concept in Carnegie's book discusses how to change people without arousing resentment. It's about how to be an effective leader. The 9 key principles he covers are: 1. Begin with praise and honest appreciation to call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. 3. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing other people. 4. Ask questions. Instead of giving direct orders, 5. Left the other person. Save face. 6. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. 7. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. 8. Use encouragement. Make faults seemed easy to correct. 9. Make the other person feel happy about doing the thing you suggested. Honest appreciation and praise. Begin an interaction with praise and honest appreciation. It will immediately give the other person a sense of pride and newfound confidence. They will be warm to you and more willing to take on what you are about to suggest. Be indirect when talking about mistakes. This follows on from the previous principle. It's great to start with praise and appreciation. However, if you end that statement with the word but and then move on to discuss their mistake, you undo all the good you did with the first statement. If you can be indirect when discussing a mistake of person who is sensitive will accept it better and learn direct criticism works on some people. But the majority of us are too afraid to hear this. Admit your own mistakes. We are all human and no one on this earth has ever been perfect. We have all made mistakes. Carnegie suggests admitting your own mistakes before you move on to talk about someone else's. Perhaps phrase it in a way to say you can see why they made the error. It's something you yourself have done in the past. Carnegie believes that this will be a successful approach in convincing someone to change their behavior. Ask questions. Don't give orders. It's easy to feel like you need to boss people around that. You need to tell them exactly what to do and when to do it. But Carnegie explains that in order to actually get people to accelerate their work, explaining the situation to your staff and asking them what they think is the best way to deal with it as a better approach. This puts the responsibility into their hands. They'll be able to come up with ideas and consequently pushed through the work to get more done. Let them save face. Nobody likes to feel shamed, and there is no need to shame another person. You are only doing damage to their ego, regardless of how wrong they are. You don't want to be the one to affect their sense of self and pride. Always be praising. People respond better when they feel good about themselves, and this is why Carnegie encourages you to praise even the slightest improvement and ensure that every improvement is recognized appropriately. It's pretty clear that when to criticize someone, you are knocking them down, affecting their self-confidence, and they are likely to recede in work wars, not better. But by praising someone, you are using your power to lift them up, build their confidence, and give them the ability to work harder and better. People are able to work to their full potential if they feel recognized and appreciated. Reputation. Carnegie encourages you to give people a fine reputation to look up to. This one's pretty obvious. Lead by example. Give people a reason to look up to you. Give them the desire to want to live up to your reputation. Make it easy to fix. Carnegie explains that in the situation that someone you are dealing with has done something dumb or stupid, you should never directly tell them that this is only going to destroy their desire to improve. Instead, you need to actually encourage them. Make it seem like there is an easy way to fix the situation, something they can do themselves. This way they will feel supported and encouraged, and will go above and beyond to fix the situation. Make them happy. The last principle from Carnegie encourages you to make the other person feel happy about doing something. If they are happy to do it, then they are more likely to actually proceed and to do a really good job. Get them excited about it. Inspire a little passion in them so they can approach a task with happiness in a drive to do well. Key takeaways. It's important to try and understand other people. Try to see things from other people's perspective. Put yourself in their shoes. Always be honest and upfront. Learn how to be a good listener. Avoid arguments at all costs. Accept that people may have different opinions to you. Accept and acknowledge your own mistakes. Encouragement and praise are essential in getting people to do things for you. Don't give orders. Instead, ask questions. Never embarrass someone else. Let them keep their pride intact. Thank you, friends. We hope you liked the video. By using these techniques, you can win a lot of friends and impress people around you. Try to use these points in your day-to-day life. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, must subscribe now. Don't forget to like and comment on the video. This will keep our motivation high. If you think this video can help others too, don't forget to share. See you soon with another amazing video. Thank you.